Nobody knew this, huh? Another, just like Da Vinci, he was an illiterate artist. He was fascinated by nature. Lived in Florida. He had the magic of oil painting, hosted by a German instructor, Bill Alexander, very famous artist, by the way. Ross served primarily in the medical records technician in the Air Base Hospital, taking his first painting lessons at the Anchorage USO Club, which then he discovered his love for oil painting and began to spend his free time putting images on canvases, and spent half of his life in the military and used to come home and take off his little soldier hat, put on his painter's hat. Ross said he found inspiration in the snow-capped mountains surrounding him. Soon he was selling his paintings to the tourists. In addition to selling the landscapes, Ross found yet another way to put his talents to use, providing his family was in part-time bartender, and he was a painter gold pans into Alaska and selling them into a bar of making money. Kowalski says it was while working in an Alaskan tavern that Ross would stumble across a television program that would radically change the trajectory of his life. One day, the tavern set was tuned to a public television station, broadcasting the magic of oil painting. Hosted by a German artist instructor, Bill Alexander, 1975. I saw Alexander on television like millions of other people. I fell in love with him. Ross said the 30-minute program saw Alexander stand in front of the canvas, palette in hand, and speak directly to the audience and completed a landscape painting. Alexander used a wet-on-wet technique. Bob credits his mentor, Bill Alexander, host of the public television shows Magic of Oil Painting, for teaching him wet-on-wet painting technique. Bob referred to him as the beloved friend and teacher. Bill taught me his fantastic technique, and I feel as though he had given me a precious gift. This gentleman is a fantastic artist. A lot of sacred geometry in his artwork. Definitely a mathematician. I love the story. I had no idea that he also was a carpenter, and he lived in a barn, and he was very poor. It's profound. And he was so poor he didn't have toys. So he would either make his toys, or he played with different types of insects or animals, and he would study them, much like Da Vinci, to try to understand the mechanics, and that's probably why he wanted to become a pilot. Makes sense. The man. When I was a little boy, I used to watch this man, and I was just